Welcome to the garden. Today I'm going to give you a little working tour of the spring vegetable garden. We have a lot of thinning to do with our lettuce and radishes, even a little bit with our spinach. And we can actually transplant these while we thin them out. I want to thin down our lettuce to one plant every inch or two. And I'm going to favor the red lettuce. And we're just going to try to pull anything that's too close to the plant that we want to keep. So I'm going to pick this one and we'll pull everything around it. This is easier if your soil is nice and soft and wet. Try not to worry about which is the exact largest possible plant. It's really more about the spacing. Now that they have more space, they're going to get more sun and more nutrients, and they should start to grow a little bit quicker. Let's clean these up a little bit. We'll do the same thing with our radishes. You can see they're getting that beautiful color on their roots. And in order for them to bulb out really well, we want to thin them down. Look at how adorable they are. Just the tiniest little radish. This is cool, it's like a micro radish. Not bad. So from here, we'll go out in a circle and pretty much pull anything within an inch. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. We'll keep this one. Get rid of that one. So it can be a little tricky to pick which one you want to pull, but you'll start to get the hang of it. Looks like we've got some volunteered red lettuce. I'm going to keep that for now. And down here is a seedling with 3 seed leaves. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, all from the same plant. That's pretty cool. Normally these seed leaves come in little pairs like this, so this is kind of a rarity. It's almost like a 4-leaf clover. There's a nice super cluster. You can still see the pod. That's funny. I just break apart the pods as I plant them. So sometimes this happens, and I usually just pull the whole cluster. Sometimes an entire flower will just sprout all together. I call these super clusters. And notice how all of these plants are about the same size. None of them are as large as these individual seeds. So we're just going to pull this entire cluster. We'll try to pull away from the plants that we want to maintain their root systems. These are just growing so close together. The roots are intertwined. They're competing for sunlight and nutrients. It's really not that big of a deal because we have so many seeds. If you even let one of your plants go to flower, you'll get probably 1,000 seeds. It's just incredible. As we thin our spinach, I'm going to transplant it to other areas of the garden. So we'll give it a little drink just to make sure that soil is nice and soft. So I'll be using a little fork here. And if it's really good and soaked, you might even be able to pull the plants out. Just be careful not to grab them by the stem or the root. I'm just very slowly pulling. I did hear some of that root break, but it looks like we got most of that tap root. And I'm holding it by the leaf, just in case we squeeze a little too hard or it breaks. If the leaf breaks, the plant will be fine. If this delicate stem breaks, the plant will probably die. Try one more here. That's a nice one. Look at all those side roots we got. Grab a couple more. I'm just gonna weed that one out. I've got plenty of seeds. These are a little close together, but we'll leave those for now. I think this is a good start. So we'll dig little holes for our transplants. Water these in right away. You wanna have water ready to go. And if it's a sunny day, you might want to cover them. And we finally started to get some good asparagus. Look at these, they're just beautiful. This one's even starting to fern out. Let's harvest that one right now. You can see the young leaves are just like little buds. Then they grow on these long stems and they start to fern out. But these are still really tender and really delicious. Wow, that's good. All the way down the stem too. Usually you can do a break test. Just kind of pick a spot about halfway down, and wherever it breaks, it usually gets pretty woody below that point. Yeah, it's definitely a little woody down there. Look at that beautiful asparagus, wow. And today I'm going to be pulling out the kale. I was hoping it would survive the winter and then flower, but it just does not look like it's coming back. But we can now plant this new container. I hope you enjoyed this little working tour of the spring vegetable garden. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.